Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Soviet Republic Workers' Resources of the People's Proletarian Petroleum Prefecture 242. It's really starting to get up there now, these numbers. It has been 2 years, actually, since we started work on the tunnel for the tourists, and it was done. I think I foresaw it to take about 2 years, and it was done in April here, so not too bad of a prediction, like Nostradamus or something. Yes, and we have these buses that are supposed to do this. We have a line, tunnel tourists. Yes, so we launch them all. We have the end station to take care of them, I suppose. They have all been launched now. Very good. And you're the first one that will make it out there. I suppose we'll have to tweak the end station a little bit to get it, optimized so that the foreigners can refill, or what you say, refill with tourists at a good rate and send the bus appropriately as such when it is refilled. Ah, yes. I'm having some coffee here today. Wow, that's good. That was being very, very good coffee there. Ba-da-bum, ba-da-bum, bum, bum, bum. The other bus, the next bus is right behind us here. It's coming. It's coming along. I'm a little bit disappointed, I have to say, in my new CPU and everything. Yes, we're down to 36 FPS at 78,000 population. So we can't go a lot further, maintaining decent frame rate. Goddamn AMD. Should have stuck with Intel. Yeah, should have stuck with Intel. But they have these high performance cores and low economy cores, or what they call them, ecology cores, or something. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's good. That's actually innovation. I'd call that very good thinking of Intel. However, Microsoft are complete assholes, and they're not going to backport support for that scheduler to Windows 10. No, only Windows 11. You remember a couple of years ago when Windows 10 was released, they said this is the last version of Windows there will ever be. And they were sort of switching to a rolling release paradigm or something. Yeah, they lied. And now we have to upgrade to this Windows 11 crap. They've stolen the dock from Mac OS X, and it looks terrible, and it probably collects even more telemetry on you and such. It's so good nowadays, Windows here, that it puts ads on your computer. Yes. It used to be that you had to reinstall, if you bought a computer, you had to reinstall it yourself to not get all the crapware it came with. And do a clean installation of Windows, go track down drivers and for everything and so on. But then you'd have a relatively nice experience on your Windows 95 or whatever it was back in the day, without any crapware. But nowadays it's included in Windows. Whatever you do, and you can't turn it off. The only way to turn it off, I think, completely is to use the enterprise version, or not even it's like the really high tier version that you can't even buy, really. Okay, let's see now what could be a good time for this. There we got 60 tourists on that bus, and there are 46. Waiting. Still haven't sent one. We set it to try 30 seconds as a start. Is that 30 seconds from my perspective, from our perspective here, or is it 30 seconds from? It must be from our perspective. There are 64 tourists. I think we hop on board and see what the experience is like. Doesn't want to do it. Oh, it wants to do it. There we have. Tunnel tourists and that. Okay, how many tourists did the next bus get? Yes, that one. Not completely full. I think we should extend the time a little bit then. Say 45 seconds, maybe? They fill up quickly here. Yes. Yes, they do. I mean, they don't have the funnest of views whilst riding to the resort and destination. It was a damn long tunnel, this. What the hell were you thinking here? Oh, it was the most convenient way of getting it there. I mean, you could have done a road, but that would have been very inconvenient. It would have been very twisty and probably hopelessly impossible almost to get up and over and down again over the mountains. Could have taken it along the river, but then it would have taken a lot longer for them to drive them. We're already up to 3 hours traveling time, and we have not even made it out the first tunnel yet. So that might not have had worked if we would have taken them along the river. Right, here they're coming out and they get a little glimpse of our rehabilitation mine. I don't know if we should let them see that, or if we can do... There are fences in the game now. Here they get to see a little bit of what's going on. This is the first proper view they get of the people's Proletarian Petroleum Prefecture. There's an iron mine, or there's a mine of some kind that they think to themselves, I wonder what's going on there. Lots of prison buses going on a very tall bridge. And now here we go in a tunnel again, apparently. There's something has a question mark. Yeah, that's a boat that has screwed up, and I don't think that we can ever recover that boat. Unfortunately, it has 150 tons of electronics on board. And those were really easy to make again, right? No, they were not, but it's a little bit repetitive, maybe. This, but it is what it is. I've committed now to doing this. The customs house. Now I have 45 tourists, and do you have any? You could have even more buses. Now all of the buses are now heading towards the thing, the place, the destination. Yes. And before we turned this on, I had around 3,000, a little over 3,000, 3,200 tourists maybe in the nation. We're already up to 3,900. But that also includes tourists who are in transit, I would believe, since I don't think we have that many accommodated in a hotel. Now they're finally emerging out of the tunnel. Oh, blinding light. Just a little bit of a mountain pass, and here they get to see the resort that they're going to. Fantastic. The Space Needle restaurant. So you can see the aeroplanes. I wonder why didn't we take the plane instead of sitting on this goddamn bus for 6-7 hours, and all we got to see were tunnel walls for 7 hours. A great experience. But it must be a bit impressive though, our engineering and our digging capabilities, tunnel boring capabilities. It was a deep goddamn tunnel, that. A lot of work days. Yes, here it is. Tourist resort. Someone has gotten sick or ill. Not from our food, but they are quite weak, the tourists. It would seem they fall sick all the time. This. Watch out for the bus. Yeah, there we go. Now then. This bus only got 27, this got 55, that got 47. 47. Yes, we could probably stand quite a few more buses then on this line, since it took them quite a while to travel. And so far they're coping, the hotels are coping, yes. Okay, we do dum 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 dum. We take as many buses again. Same amount, same type, same. Speed, Icarus 250. No, it's not. This is what you want to do. Set line to vehicle. You could probably do even more. Most likely, yeah. How many? I don't know, but it seems to fill up rather quickly here at the custom house with potential tourists. So considering how goddamn much work we did put into this tunnel, yeah, but we're going with the small buses, 60 passenger buses. Already assigned? How's that possible? Didn't I just buy you? This is not then. Now they're all heading for the end station. This could be a good time to tweak it then. And get the correct timing for them to depart. The last bus, if you could get out, and I can buy 4 more, 5 more, whatever it is. Hello, leave. No, this is not set to a line. set line to tunnel tourists. Tunnel tourists, I have 14 buses on this now. I think that's enough. Yes, that would be enough for a start, as a start. Or maybe not. We will have a few more. Maybe it is a little bit overkill, but okay. List of lines. Please allow me to click it to yes for passengers, tunnel tourists. Where are those buses? That they should be coming back from the hotel resort, I'd imagine. Soonish, but it did take quite a while to go up there. And it is going, surprisingly enough, going to take just about the same time to go back. That's why we're having many buses on the line. Here comes the first one. You're going to fill up on fuel and then you're going to leave again. And now we want this to the tourists to be 60 again before we send the next bus. Ideally. Things won't work ideally in the Soviet Republic, but we can try and get as close as possible. Maybe 45 seconds is just about right. It's leaving now, and 52 passengers. Yes, this looks promising. My opinion. I won't get a completely full load, but pretty damn close. 52 tourists. And then immediately 17 more came along. We have a bit too many buses maybe, since they can't. You can park behind the other buses. No, not how it works. Okay. Um, 34. No, they did not quite have the time to refill. We shall increase maybe a little bit more than 55, but we got 55. That's pretty decent. Out of 60 potential passengers that we can carry. So let's see how this one does. And if there is any sort of reliability to this, or if it's a bit, maybe might be a bit random. No, we get 56 tourists on this too. Very good. Although potential traffic jam problem here. Too many buses maybe, but then again, when they have spaced themselves out a little bit, because it is quite a long line after all. when they're spaced out a little bit, maybe it will work itself out. It can sneak through. The line length is what? 18,329 meters. Okay. 18 kilometers. Okay. And half, yes, it's 9 kilometers up to the place. That yes, that does seem pretty reasonable, right? If you look at the map, it's 20 kilometers from here to there, I think. And we go from here to there. Yeah, it makes sense. It ought to be about 9 kilometers then. Yes, how many did you get now? 50? Yeah, 45 seconds seems like an excellent timing. Question is, should we let them look at our rehabilitation mine where we keep the prisoners working? Or should we put up... there is the fence that you can do. Never built a fence in the Soviet Republic before, but it's the first time for everything, maybe. See how it looks. And how tall it is. If it isn't very tall, then it's not going to... It doesn't look very tall. That's not going to prevent them from seeing anything. No. And to build it, I suppose... oh! There are more Mauer. Mauer. A wall, also called Die Mauer. Yeah. Oh, that's more like it. This can protect the sensitive tourists from seeing what goes on here behind the scenes, maybe. And then to get them... how does this work now? I suppose you need a fence gate, perhaps? This doesn't feel right, putting up this sort of stuff. Oh, secret police and fences and Mauers and whatnot. Let this be the exception. Bum para bum 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 para bum 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 para bum 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 dum tararam dum dum tararam. Too steep. There, apparently my republic builds walls now. Yes, but a wall, Mauer, it was in Trees and Accessories, Mauer. Or is concrete. No bricks or anything? Or... no? Okay. But there we go. Tourists are now shielded from the harsh reality of we do with the criminals. Also, we could argue that criminals might try and escape here from the mine up the mountain, and that's why we have this. Yes, most certainly. Now we can even take the construction offices from the other side of this tunnel to do this maybe. Yes, and to put them to work at this part of the wall too. It's going to be quite a drive for them. That's all right. Yes, that's your 25 minutes of the People's Proletarian Petroleum Prefecture. In other news, I've built a few more of these here, complemented the farming, since it turned out that we couldn't quite harvest the fields in time, and we couldn't get all the crops in time. So therefore, we now have a few more of these, and hopefully this will be enough. Get all the crops in. I don't want to leave stuff that we've grown to just rot away under the snow. Oh, doesn't feel good at all. So we'll see in autumn how that goes, and the second nuclear power plant, how's that doing? Excellently. It has a full load of 46 workers out of 40 and 20 engineers out of 20. It's very nice. We're currently utilizing 4 of the outputs. And if we see if we can get a hold of the other power plant without actually going over there. Power plant, yes. Utopia power plant. We have a total usage now of about 64 megawatts, which one of these should be able to handle during daytime, but not during night time, and also very, very close margins. We don't want to operate on close margins. We want to have a decent margin. Why do you keep opening this window? Now, how many tourists do we have? 3,850. Okay. I know I'm so obsessed about this tourism thing. It doesn't really do a whole lot for us. It brings us but it does bring quite a bit of money. Not that we need money for anything, basically. The only thing that we buy is gravel and wood. Right, isn't it? If you take this year and we go back to also include last year, what did we buy? Gravel and wood from the Soviets, and from the West, clothing. That should have stopped. Then I think I put a stop to that, and gravel from them too. Lovely. And we also pay to get rid of a little bit of nuclear waste. And in the same time period, $500 million we made on the tourist, almost 465 million, 1.6 billion rubles. Okay. But they seem rather satisfied with their visits to the People's Proletarian Petroleum Prefecture. 3.5 for the Soviets and 3.4 for the Westerners. I'd say that we have to be pretty satisfied with such a result. How's this? How are these buses coming here now, you think? Here's one. 34 tourists. Could maybe have a little bit longer spacing then. Try 55 seconds. Also go and have a look at this place to see if there is not a huge queue or anything. Very good. 23 tour. Now we have exhausted every single piece of place where we can get tourists, I think. Pretty sure. We send planes directly, we take them both from the train connection, rail connection there, and the rail connection there, and also now the road connection here. Those are the only border posts we have. Well, we could send a boat. No, we couldn't send a boat because there is no way in hell that they'll make it in time. All the way into here, and then... No. No. Not going to work. I don't think it's going to work anyway. Is there anything else in the future for the People's Proletarian Petroleum Prefecture? There is one, since gravel is the thing that we're buying, and since we did this, I did this to the mountain for the airplanes to be able to land. Actually, a bit of rock has been exposed, and we could now finally do a gravel quarry with 100% quality of source. So maybe a gravel industry is finally in the... But we don't have anything left to build, so what's the point? Except for the gravel industry then. That's the only thing that we have left to build, and that won't be built with our own gravel. I don't know about this gravel industry. We bought all the gravel and all the cement, but then we'll also make a cement factory. We build a cement factory. That requires coal and gravel. Very unpicky, this cement making. Any sort of rock is okay apparently. Gravel, granite or limestone or whatever you have. Usually I think it sort of requires to be limestone of a certain quality and such. Yes, let's get off it now. Now you're done 33 minutes. Way too long. Here. Tourism income, indeed. 66 million, 115 million rubles and $31 million a month we make from this little thing, this little resort. 3 hotels and a couple of restaurants and some attractions. Sight tower, which they're not interested in. All they're interested in still is watching television and eating and drinking. Oh, we actually have some people coming back here now. We can increase staffing maybe slightly. Oh, 900 and this is almost full, this hotel now. Very good. That is what I wanted to say. Excellent. This too? Yes. They're all basically full, the hotels. Fantastic. Might even get to a point here where tourists cannot find a accommodation. Then we have to build more hotels, don't we? Of course. Yes, I think that we'll let the bus line bed in a little bit and see what it gets us in the form of tourists. Thank you so very much for watching. This has been installment 240, what, 2, was it? I don't, I have absolutely, we'll see shortly. 240 God damn it, that took a long time. 42, yes. Thank you so very much for watching. Good night.